Back again with a remix. We come on a salon. We come to England. Oh, on our way. We come back. We people that want for see waiting we they do. We people that want for know waiting we they say. Oh, we like we salon. Oh now, yeah. Oh, we like we salon. We get sweet party. We get sweet sunshine. We get fine bubble them. Whoa now. We get fine TT them. Whoa now. We get sweet diamond, bauxite and kimberlite. Better day. Now for that make we tell you say. Oh, we like we salon. Oh, we like we salon. Mama salon, we like you. The Portuguese man say, the mountain and fever lion. And we don't see say. And if we try for labor, we go reap the benefit. So many people then, when I join me can make me say, oh, we like we salon. Salon, salon, and we like we salon. Oh, we like we salon. Like that day. Sweet salon, we like you too much. Sweet salon, we like you salon. Sweet salon. Them fine titi. Oh yeah. Them fine bobo. Tell them. Them fine titi. Capital A, small a, capital B, small b, capital C, small c, capital D, small d, capital E, small e, capital F, small f. Do so. Yes! I make a member. Yes, school days. Now we go praise you. We land of the free. We show you love where we all see. Make we gather, we said now so we continue. Make we sing this sing for we native Nando. Canada, they want the way we the one that waiting at the ground. Say, salon, we like you, bad one. Yeah. Yes, Mama Salon, we like we salon. We got love for you, beaucoup love, baby, love. We like we salon. man. Capital A, small a, capital B.
Yeah. Promise myself that no matter where I go, I will love my country, support my country. Speedy the rapper.
Let's celebrate, forget all worries, let's jubilate. Divided we fall, united we stand. Now once alone, now we all young.
Let's celebrate, forget all worries, jubilate. Divided we fall, united we stand. Now once alone, now we all young.
I pledge all my love and my loyalty to my sweet home, Salon. The land that will love me and you for join hands together makes us strong. Remember, no place like home. You fall, no say, no matter where you go. No forget you roots and no forget me. I know you know, it's in I know. Make we dance so and shake body. Raise up your green, white and blue. If you ready, let's go. Make we dance so and shake body.
Whether you black, skin white, you the power, so long go.
Make we dance so.
Even if you get, you not get money.
No matter.
Party A, party B, C.
Make we dance so and shake body.
Speed the rapper. It no matter if you come up or no matter any can my boat. Toko lili kwen andugo no se salon na we yo. Long kabala you na kisi your limba. Make the difference. No we yo we get one goal. You know I know from April 1961 till now. Look how far we don't come up but we still a track. Yo, I practice love, I share love with my people. And that's the fact, no matter where you from, the truth is the blow. This we all can fix. What you while you on the zone. Raise up the flag, make it over the dance for this tempo. Celebration time, forget about the worries the ball. I don't know the time you come on, you don't know the time I come on, but together next to you.
I know you know, waiting I know. Make we dance so and shake body. Raise up your green, white and blue. If you ready, let's go. Make we dance so and shake body.
Whether you black or you skin white,
no matter.
You the power, so long go.
Make we dance so.
Even if you get, you not get money.
No matter.
Party A, party B, C.
Make we dance so and shake body.
Yeah. And no matter how thing, but not whether we go better one day we motherland. Nobody no go make and we no more we sweet beautiful place. They like your mountain. We get cocoa, we get yam, cassava, plantain, and we land so blessed. Yes, we get everything. Everything we go make me a huge entry. Yes, to story go change and the next generation go can.
Home sweet home. Remember no place like home. You fall, no say, no matter you go. One, I know you know, waiting I know. Make we dance so and shake body. Raise up your green, white and blue. If you ready, let's go. Make we dance.
Whether you black or you skin white,
no matter.
You the power, so long go.
Make we dance so and shake body.
Even if you get, you not get money.
No matter.
Party B, C.
Make we dance so and shake body. Say oh way, oh way, oh way, oh way, oh way. Say oh way, oh way, oh way, oh way. Say oh way, oh way.
Yeah. Master Pro, I see you. Speed it up on the top of the town. Feet up.
Top of the town.
Every season gets a young time, and every time gets a young season. Everybody get to die up and know what you need believing. above challenges. But when it comes, someone go on the way, some go rise up and face it. Nobody been a soldier. Me I not afraid, no danger. Bound to win and born to conquer. No retreat and no surrender. Famous, they pay me a soldier. Not afraid, no danger. The boy strong like a Monday hammer, with the mindset of an overcomer. Anybody ask me who I am, I go look at my eye and tell them say body yo, shake your body like a winner, move body yo, body yo, body like a winner, shake body yo, shake your body like a winner, move body yo, body yo. No matter what's in a person, I don't get it shaking. I keep on moving, cause nothing no go stop me. Shaking, I keep on moving, cause nothing no go stop me. Nobody been a soldier. Me I not afraid, no danger. Bound to win and born to conquer. No retreat and stronger. Must let me soldier. Me I not afraid, no afraid. Strong like Monday hammer, with the mindset of an overcomer. If anybody asks me who I am, I go look at my eye and tell them say winner, 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 I'm a winner, 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 I'm a winner, 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 I'm a winner, 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 winner. Winner, I'm a winner, 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 I'm a winner, 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 winner. Body yo, shake your body like a winner, move body yo, move your body like a winner, shake body yo. Like a winner, shake body yo, shake your body like a winner, move body yo, your body like a winner, body yo, shake your body like a winner, move body yo, move your body like a winner.
For the love of sound.
Oh yeah, famous. Every season gets its own time, and every time gets its own season. Everybody get to that eat up and know what you need me. It's above the range. Nobody been a soldier. Me I not afraid, no danger. Bound to win and born to conquer. No retreat and no surrender. Famous, they pay me a soldier. Me I not afraid, no danger. The boy strong like a Monday hammer, with the mindset of an overcomer. If anybody asks me who I am, I go look at my eye and tell them say winner, 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 I'm a winner, 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 I'm a winner, 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 I'm a winner, 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 shake body yo, body yo, body yo. Shake your body like a winner, move body yo, body yo, body yo. Move your body like a winner. No matter what's in a person, I don't get it shaking. I keep on moving, nothing to stop me. No matter what's in a person, I don't get it shaking. Nothing to stop me. My body been a soldier. Me I not afraid, no danger. Bound to win and born to conquer. No retreat and no surrender. The boy strong like a Monday hammer. The mindset of an overcomer. If anybody asks me who I am, I'll come winner, winner, winner. I'm a winner, 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 winner. I'm a winner, 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 winner. Body yo, body yo. Shake your body like a winner, move body yo, body yo, body yo. Move your body like a winner, shake body yo, body yo, body yo. Shake your body like a winner, move body, body like winner, shake body yo, body yo, body yo. Shake your body like a winner, move body yo, body yo, body yo. Move your body like a winner, shake body yo, body yo, body yo. Body yo, move your body like a winner.
Love of sound.
Alright, Fambula Munakushe Kabo, season greetings to una all out there. Merry Christmas to una all. And this na DJ Million. Today na the 24th December 2022. Tomorrow Christmas. We can call them Christmas watching it. Welcome to Kontrifos Online Tv. And I want to say welcome Kabo Kushe. And I know say we don't go out for very, very long time, and plenty people behind the scene can ask, hey, what happened? What happened? Want you yourself know how busy plenty people we can be. So one for welcome on today. We start with broadcast, go through election. All right. So today we media houses them inside NGC. We and deal with three TV. I can mute them first. I'm muting first. Okay. All right. So we get with people and we don't serve NGC, support NGC under the media, and today then they are for now we can look at the journey where the National Grand Coalition don't take to waiting we get today. And we get people them where they represent the different media them inside the NGC National Grand Coalition where they are for come. Let we look at the journey because plenty people been done the right NGC off. Plenty people be don't say NGC, they go no side. Plenty people we don't talk plenty team. But strategically the institution will they work behind the scene for make sure say yes indeed. Then come out well, then come out as planned, and also so that the young people them go see the institution as the party way then go able for hold on to for make them go able for fight for them future tomorrow. So before we start, we go on for take we NGC song. Before we start, we go on for Sila mute first. Mute your mic. Okay, that's fine. Thank you. So before we start, we go on for take we NGC solidarity song. We believe in praying to God because the thing that would happen now we country tell us say from every day to day we get albala would already happen in that country. So one for take this term for start by playing our solidarity where we believe Papa God go first for we. So once again welcome. Let we start by taking our solidarity song. Then we'll go inside the program. Better one.
He go see me through. He go see me through. Papa God go see me. We are not. We go of corruption. Papa God go see me through. He go see me through. He go see me through. Papa God go see me for the future generation. NGC go stand united for the He go see me through. He go see me through. Papa God go see me through. Our leaders love this nation. They shall not be intimidated. Junction. Papa God go fetch for we. He go fetch for we. He fetch for we. Papa God go fetch for we.
All right, that's it. Papa God go fetch for we. And Fambulem una kushe and kabo. Well, like I say, we there today.
Before you go for that, go only adjust the audio. Too low. I know they get you. May not they get you clear.
All right, okay. You hear me now? You hear me now?
Too low. Now for just if you able to where they adjust a cam off small, I hear you actually, but too low. Pass a cam very close to my phone. I know it's your phone here.
All right, let's try for do something. Let's just Mr. Bashuvandi, they hear me?
Yeah, they hear you clearly.
Good.
DJ, how I can put that me logo behind me? Because I know
background.
Yeah.
The background.
I want to put NGC background behind all.
Okay. We go because of the time we go do that the next time. Let's just go for now. Yes.
Okay.
If not, don't come early, then we'll set them anyways.
Okay, no problem.
Yes.
I really sorry. Now this end of year meeting,
I understand.
And I couldn't escape it at all. You see?
I understand. So Musa, you hear me?
Actually, I hear you strenuously.
All right, so man is strain. Let's see, strain. Okay, let me see. Me the win I had in my phone. So Fambulem, like I say, welcome one more time to Kontrifos. We don't go off for plenty time, and plenty people on the one that say, "Hey, Usa Obindi." But in self no say the politics as alone, na politics with actually dirty. So for make we as an institution go able for survive, we make sure say we don't play by the rule, we don't work underground. And today we want for tell on ourselves we're proud that USA we party don't reach. Plenty people we don't write way off. Plenty people don't say NGC could die from 2018. But today we can proud say after the ruling party, we are the next party we don't able do lower level election. And we not only tap there, we don't make sure say we don't elect up to 10,000 plus executive members across the country. We're ready for help this party for make sure say we bring more people to NGC for the 2023 election. But we can look at the journey, how we don't work. For do this together with me today, I get two people we come out from. In fact, I want from and also we get different media houses inside NGC where they support the party, where they promote the ideology of the party. And we get the Salon Force media, where them can take care of the newspaper business, na Salon Day, and now they get blog where they can write them blogs and or whatever team will come up and they use them online. And also we get the NGMT way now the NGC Global Media team, and we then serve on the support. And then we get the TLG, where now the Rainbow Group, we then serve done the support. We all they work for one purpose, and we all they under the NGC. Same ideology, same route to the use, and at the same part and at the same message we get. So today for talk and look into the journey of the NGC to Usa Odonde like today, we get we brother them way they have for talk with you today. For the Salon Force newspaper, the Salon Force media, we get with brother Mark way there. Mark, tell people adieu and unmute yourself and tell people adieu.
Yes, Fambule, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, anywhere you find yourself in the world. Me own name na Musa Kamara, Lekau na yari waiting from the introduction of DJ Million. Me na the editor for the Salon Force newspaper. Of course, when it comes to official issues out there we have to do with the party, especially information about the prints and all of that, we are the official mouthpiece for the NGC party, we are the Salon Force newspaper, or you call us short the Salon Force media. So pleasure today for the Kontrifos TV. Today now the first time for me then get Salon Force media and the Kontrifos TV. It's a great pleasure. I'm honored, and I will look forward to an interesting conversation on the journey of the convention. Mina Musa Kama once more again. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Musa. That's now I don't introduce himself. I'm Musa Kamara, and I'm the man with the champion, the Salon Force. And we get with Naya, Mr. Bashiru Vandi, Yusuf Tel Fambulem Adu.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know, Mr. Bashiru Vandi, the NGMT, the TRG chairman. Are there today for join my brothers and sisters them for talk about we convention and the journey we party don't take up to now.
All right, una thank you, and that's Bashiru Vandi, TRG, the Rainbow Group coordinator. And we get another brother, but we get them difficult for a come up right now because it's outside in a Freetown, Hastings, and can get problem at that side. Hastings, Waterloo, forget network, not easy. We want for look inside the NGC journey. I go start with Mr. Bashiru Vandi. You don't know this journey. We don't affect this journey. Before 2018, we don't sit down We don't sell these ideologies of the NGC. And today we see how people even with opponents they take the ideology, they use them. Salon force. What thing keep you going as somebody who believe in the NGC ideologies? What thing keep you going as somebody who don't support the NGC now the media? What thing now you hope? And what thing you hold on to will make you believe say this NGC, the ideology is good and sober for NGC. Over to you.
My brothers and sisters, the question with the brother, Mr. Morrison, or who they call DJ Miller, we asked the host, now a very important question. He said, what thing keep me going with the NGC party, and what you make up to now, I believe say, a worthwhile, a meaningful, and important for stay and stick with NGC up to now. Why make day and net a day in social media? They promote the ideology of NGC. When I for one reason and one reason only. Because I believe say Sierra Leone as a nation need and deserve a third voice all along from before we parents were born, we previous generation to now. Now only two ways of thinking in that country they hold on the sea. The green way of thinking and the red way of thinking. And then two ways of thinking, if you look at them, they end up the same way. Now I make we know they get change. Now I make we know they get progress. Now I make from 19 Jubilee today, now the same hala and problems with the power. So that gives them the cause for say, there must be another way for do things in Sierra Leone. There must be another way of doing politics. There must be another way of addressing the problems we face in the country. And that way, now the third way, never go to the see they talk about third force politics. The third way, now in the politics, where the in between them two parties are. Because when you look at what they say, what they do, the truth and the fact is always the in between. Now that I see in NGC, as you say, NGC in ideology, all they can't talk about in detail as we go along. NGC in vision, what the NGC want for the country, now in the best way for solve the problems. That belief, that determination, that conviction, now they keep me going day and night. Thank you. Oh, I'm not hearing you.
You hear me now, right?
Yeah.
I said thank you for your brief explanation on what thing they keep you going. I think the same thing where they keep you going and they keep some of we going because we believe, say, now life, you must get option. Now life, option get for D. You know they hold on to something whether they work for you and you feel satisfied. If you they do that, that means say now deliberate madness and you know somebody where you not like for go before. So the same way you hold on to that, the same plenty power we hold on to. And I tell you plenty, thank you for that. I see with brother Musa, I don't know if he's still there. I think say he gets called ago. Well, I'll come back to you, Mr. Bashu Vandi. Looking at the journey.
Yes, I still
okay.
around if you need me.
Well, if he's still around, then let me ask you the same question as Bashu Vandi. Waiting don't keep you as a young man, where the kind of politics we'll get in that country today, we they see plenty young people and we're supposed to hold on to them future. They tie their souls into thing where not go be progressive for them future. What do you mean? We don't see young men them instead of them risk the sacrifice for make a future for themselves, then all they sell the integrity, sell themselves to the politics of the day where they limit them for able for fix or lay foundation for their future. Why you decide for stay put and say, you know what, no matter the hard times where they go through, Let me hold on to this ideology. Let me serve this party in the media. Let me promote this party ideologies. So waiting move you, waiting motivate you for belief, say yes, even though things are difficult, even though it is hard, you to go school, it is hard for you for able for make ends meet. But you say, I know they follow that politics. We are in politician, they can't give me, they can't support me for 2-3 years. Then after 5 years, then come out, I can't sit on back, they suck here. What motivates you for hold on to the ideologies of the NGC that you do not the media they represent them? Over to you.
Yeah, you get me? Now you get me?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Thank you very much for the wonderful question there. I believe some of them discussions there, so most of we young man for the get now this country, let we they ask ourselves, waiting really they keep we going as young people now this nation. Of course, the question we get for do with waiting make us still hold on up to now with NGC and still believe in the cause of NGC. Now, because of three things, we now one of the mantras of NGC. We na hope, opportunity, transformation. And then three words there so they keep me going. Then three words there so they give me belief say indeed there's a better tomorrow for Sierra Leone with the NGC party. Waiting a hope. I believe say with NGC, I get hope for my future. I get hope for my unborn kids them tomorrow. I believe so with NGC, I dey get opportunities. I no need for belong na APC or SLPP or NGC even or any other party for make I get job. I need for be qualified for get job. That's the opportunity where the NGC promise for create for young people them. As young people them, I need for get that opportunity for make a living for myself. I need for get the foundation for make things work out for we country. As young man, I need for be hopeful. Say indeed there is a better tomorrow. These are the things that keep me going. These are the things that make every day, every morning when I wake up, I say, okay, I still get zeal for fight for the NGC party. Transformation, I still hopeful that we country will be transformed from the abyss we're in right now, from the mess we country they're in right now. I still hopeful say we country go benefit from the resource system we will get. We country go be transformed to how we all want for see as young people. This issue about us being in the NGC and all of that. Now we more the young people and get for benefits out of this. Because APC and SLPP don't already exhaust we own parent them. They don't rip out everything out of them with nothing to show for. We now with the young people and we get the opportunity now for make things right for ourselves, make things right for we own picking them tomorrow. Now that make up to now as okay, I still hold on, I still believe to the cause of the NGC party. So hope, opportunity, transformation, which I believe say through the NGC party will be achieved in Sierra Leone. Now that they keep me going.
All right. Thank you, Mark. But I want to to you back before I come to Mr. Bashir Vandi. By the way, we have Musa Kamara, where they represent Salon Force, Bashir Vandi, where they represent the TRG, the Yumbo Group, and me and I are Kontrifos, and I represent NGMT. Supposed to get somebody from the NGMT, but unfortunately, able to join me. So they come back to Musa. Musa, some you tomorrow go to watch you go one for no say. This is what they talk about hope because we don't hear them talk here where people in the talk na media say the people on the NGC are the same people them because them come SLPP then come are the same people them. What somebody go ask you, a young man go ask you, say why you they talk about hope na NGC? Where we say people like Kanda Yunkela na SLPP every day. We see people like Dr. Dennis Bright instead we don't work na under Pakapa people and people. Somebody go ask you, say why you think say the hope come up from NGC? Over to you, Mr. Musa.
Yes, I still believe say with NGC Sierra Leoneans, especially young people like me, get for be hopeful. Not mean say because Dr. William Keller come out SLPP or Dr. Bright come out SLPP or whoever come out APC, that person not get plans for make a better Sierra Leone for we. NGC na a party way full of progressives. NGC na a party where you get people from APC, SLPP, C4C, and even people who don't ever join politics, we don't can be part of NGC. These are the progressives we are talking about. And up to now, we still get progressives there in both APC and SLPP. So when they talk about hope, when they talk about them people there, so when they talk about NGC for deliver hope to young man them and we country as a whole, not so based on party lines, not so based on the party they be done there before, but now crop of people them we know the ins and outs how to make we country better. People and we know how to solve issues. People and know when people and now people and we understand say where that make gap na money and need forget water. And need for meet water no na us. When you go to hospital, let him get good medical care. When it happen na street there na junction the way from Mutka, let him not take 5 minutes to get bus where they go to an destination. Now then group of people and they will get na the NGC party. Now that make kind of we still get hope. Now that make kind of we still believe in Dr. Mkela, not to based on in past political affiliation, not to based on the past political affiliation of Dr. Dennis Bright. Then they not get nothing for do with in ideologies. They not get nothing for do with the ideas them when get for progressive party. Then people also they give me hope. And I believe say then same people also they give hope to millions of Sierra Leoneans say indeed we country will be changed one day. So yeah, not to because of their past political affiliation or whatsoever it is. We get people from APC, like I said earlier, people we know even one day they part of politics, where they part of NGC now. Now then people also we call progressive. So the NGC is full of progressive, and now that they give me hope for still believing the NGC party.
Thank you. Like come to Mr. Bashu Vandi, the same question. Mr. Bashu Vandi, every day, not the way you know the right about the progressiveness of NGC. All right? I will bring the same question come to you. Somebody go on, because I don't see the attack, I don't see plenty things you don't say to Mr. Bashu Vandi and say, SLPP and this and that. Just because we've been the support kind of Yumkela will be the SLPP, but plenty of people don't know say some of we support them because we see a better man. I make we support outside in day. All right. What in somebody go ask you back, say Bashu Vandi, all this progressiveness way they write about soon. How you go can convince somebody say can the Yumkela and then when they come out and say people come on a APC in the NGC? How you go able convince and say then go able for bring better for Salone where then somebody talks to the party not get base. What in at this base when they talk about and how you go able convince people and say yes indeed the NGC ideology is better for Sierra Leone. Over to you.
Thank you very much. This is not the most important question, not only for NGC, but for every single representative of any political party. And I can't answer them in such a way that even the one way not understand what the NGC stands for, from tonight, it will begin think for join NGC. So now you ask about the base. They say we not get base now Sierra Leone. We think of APC, then say na the north. You think of SLPP na the south. What's that on your base? But we're not able to do that. Statement alone don't show the difference between an NGC mentality and the red and green mentality. What is the difference? I want to tell you, say NGC not get a geographical base. What did I call geographical base? Now something like a region. What did I could not get a geographical base? Now because we are an inclusive party and we own base. Now the mindset of the citizen. We're not a region. We're not the mindset. What are the mindset? Now, what you believe in. And what you vision for the country in relation to the problems of the nation not the face. Logic. None of the base. If you're a Sierra Leonean, for the past 60 years, you see your brothers and sisters that go to university and they can not go work. And now, 61 years later, you see the same party, they continue the same thing. We base, now the idea for tell you say, something wrong with the system. It needs for change. If you're a Sierra Leonean, you just say the medical facilities in the country is so poor that when we young politicians are sick, they don't go Ghana. We base. Now the idea say something wrong, something need for change. If you're a Sierra Leonean, you see, with all this education we'll get, development in the country, we base. Now the idea say something wrong, something need for change. So the question we ask, but the base of the NGC, not to a region, the base of the NGC, now the mindset of the people, for tell you say, if for 61 years, change not can Sierra Leone, then it makes sense for tell you say, try something else, try a third force, try another solution, and see what you get out of them. That then our base. We base that the mindset, the mentality. And then when you look at that, you go find out say we own base is spread across the country, not just the south. Because if that the southern mentality you get, all your political ideology is based on southern part of the country. So now they team with, now they vote with, now they follow. If you're not APC, now the north, now they follow. Now they follow. If you're not NGC, you base that the nation, you think about the national welfare. And I make a think say, we message, it represents the mindset of the majority. And therefore, we theoretically, we get the majority of the country. We only need to find a way to get to the heart and transform that mentality into vote. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bashu Vandi. That is well placed. We base on the fact say we able to see the problem around the country. We able to see what's in the work. We base on the heart of the people, not a particular location. It is the heart of the people. Wherein NGC go can talk say, hey, I come out na net, I see young girl then tin up na streets, they prostitute for sell them body. Why that's happening? Because the resources were for create job for them, for make their life better. It then a politician in pocket. Why it then a politician in pocket? Because the system not a work. Why system not a work? Because with the vote, people do not believe the system for work. That's not the best way we get the heart of the people. And I believe if every Sierra Leonean ready for Sierra Leone, the best one I all they think about the country. And because we NGC would think about the entire country, that is why our base at the heart of the people. I come to you, Musa. As a young man, now we come to the NGC path. We don't work and we just done with convention. And the convention, we were then at the diaspora, we don't they take with them, they support this party. What thing we see, everybody pleasing. The underground work, the community building, everybody please. We're able to see delegates from across the country come and then pack City Hall, then go from City Hall to Family Kingdom, then done the convention. Now we look at how the road to the lower level election, the mark, you don't cover some of them lower level election there. And one thing we're beautiful at the fact is, most of the people that were involved in the election there, majority of them will get elected are women. And they're all there below 40. They're all there below 40, some even in the 20s, majority. So Mark, as a young man, what thing you see going around covering this lower level election, what thing are the hope where you see in the settings of the lower level elections? Over to you.
Yes, thank you very much again. Of course, the NGC lower level elections unearth so many things for we nation. It shows say people are really ready for embrace third force, like how Mr. Vandi be the earlier. And it also portrays say, like how in rightly puts we base na Sierra Leone, we not get regional base, we not get district base, we base and the minds of Sierra Leoneans, so it's try for attract. And I can tell you now say, like how you rightly say, Awaka, most wards them, most constituencies them are country with various candidates them, and even individually and all of that. I know what I see. And what I see is this, that people especially young people, are ready to embrace the NGC party. People be don dey wait for the party. Let me put it that way. Because outreach no be dey. But the moment you go na the ground, the moment you go na a particular community, you introduce yourself as an NGC member. Trust me, before you dey marry, you don get 2-3 young man, 4-5 young man wey don come around you. They begin dey ask you series of questions. The first way they ask you first, how dem go get membership card. And the good thing about the convention, in the introduction, you say we get over 10,000 members in our nationwide. Yeah, 100% correct. But here is the catch. Each ward, for make a ward qualify for be electable, make them get the 18 executive na that ward day. You forget 30 registered members, minimum of 30 registered members. You understand? So at the given at this figure, make una understand, say, prior to 2018 elections, we no be getting nobody also. We no be get then structured foot shoulders they also. This over 10,000 figures what they talk about, so now just executive members the way they do the work for NGCs on the ground, not to supporters the way they talk about, not to people that when just ordinary members we get cards. And like I say, for make a ward be qualified for let them go into election and get the executive, you forget a minimum of 30 registered members. You understand? So if we say when they calculate the amount we get right now, it's huge and it's a big plus for us. And like how you rightly say, we get so many young girls them. They go as far as 40. Maybe I can tell you, we get as low as 19, 18, 20 people them where they fit for position. Now the NGC, especially young girls them. And they see now the NGC from what level people they fit for get position. People they even fit for treasurer. People they fit for financial positions. This tells you how the NGC don't go. We be the feel say majority. Let me put it out because maybe feel loud. Maybe very much confidence NGC was alive and kicking it up to it is alive. People will feel say NGC don't die and all of that. But the moment we announce it, we go in, we start with lower level elections. People will begin pop up for position. Imagine what election would they get up to 3 people for ward chairman where they come out for ward chairman. So that tells you how the party don't go. And if they get young man like me, where even what become this convention, some young man they see facing are just YG them. Young man like me when a constituency chairman. You understand? Young girls them. You see young girl them when a YG constituency YG them. So these are the things we are talking about. This is how attractive the NGC party don't be. Like I say, we don't make inroads all over the country. And we not get regional base, we not get district base, we get national base. It's a kudos to NGC. It's a kudos to us. We think say we not do enough, but we've done so much. The NGC don't be really appreciated. The NGC don't be attracted by people from the world level. Take come up, and I believe so. I believe so. We have to go in depth to the convention conversation. But if you ask me how the world level look like, bruh, listeners, people really be appreciate the NGC party from world level. People be pop up because, like I say, waiting be really struck me. Waiting be really admired. Because I remember 2018, all starts now kind of like we district, we constituency, we be go beg people for be ward chairman. We be even the big people for can't take symbol, for can't take NGC symbol 2018. We go talk to people I did that middle net. But now for make you see up to 3-4 people they can't fight for NGC world chairman position, it means say we've gone somewhere. And it means say people they don't really ready for appreciate the NGC party. They don't really ready for embrace the NGC party in their life. And it's a bingo to us, it's a plus for us.
All right, thank you very much for that message. If finally with people because plenty people been think say, hey, the NGC is just another political party we come for distracts. What they've got that's the notion out there, and just not just distraction. But people they fail for realize and tell people say, hey, it is a right for every Sierra Leonean for associate and associate, and for let the assembly get their own whatever they want for do. Every Sierra Leonean get right. Like I'm over to you, Mr. Bashir Vandi. Mr. Bashir Vandi, the TRG, una self don't experience some of them thing there because I don't see the good work they do, how they go, I see they bluff, I get plenty. I get plenty young people them. You want to tell family them more how una don't work, how una don't support the lower level elections and waiting una contribute.
At the joint TRG soon.
And waiting una contribute to a successful convention. Over to you.
Thank you very much for the question, Mr. Morrison or DJ Million. You see, the main reason for the TRG, now one belief we get, and now one philosophy we govern the TRG. When we opponents and they talk about NGC as they say not it die tomorrow, we think about NGC for the next 500 years. So the purpose of TRG, now one thing. Now for help the party for help for transform NGC into a permanent political institution as Sierra Leone. That nana aim. What thing we go able to do as members? What thing we go able to do as members? Capacity in we a small way. How we go able to help the party for make sure the NGC not end up like the other third forces there in history. How we able to support the party both socially, economically, politically, for help for to map under the party, put her under the party, make it become a permanent political institution. That's not the summary of TRG that. So now three ways would they do that. Would they support the party socially? Would they support the party economically? Then politically. Politically, a new thing they want to bring in. When everybody talk about think tank, in most political parties, then get that. What do they do? It help for supply ideas to the party on how to solve problems in Sierra Leone. For example, in the case of technological development, why make Salon so backward technologically? If NGC come to power, which policies that we need to put in place for improved technology in Sierra Leone? So we have ideas. If we party, even when they're in opposition, we get that particular dialogue with the party for supply ideas in policy development. Secondly, Sierra Leone polarized on tribal lines. Which policies that we employ for help for remove that tribal division of the country? So now just examples, we call a think tank. So the idea of TRG, not only for become a media group, but also how to help the party and support the party for let we get offices in every district of Sierra Leone. So you see, these are long-term aims for help NGC for become a permanent political institution. So that is our aim, and that we do because we believe in the NGC. We believe the NGC now the answer to Sierra Leone problem. So if NGC disappear and collapse, Sierra Leone will disappear and collapse. So we party not come for day to day and go tomorrow. We party come for stay. And in the TRG, with the support we compete now NGMT, now Salon Force, now all other media groups and the party for ensure they will put hands together and make sure the NGC will continue in we begin a generation and a generation to come. So for the news to everybody in Sierra Leone, to the progressives, to the floaters, to the protest voters, una be assured say anytime what una want, una fed up with politics as usual, una get an option. And that option is not only there for today, it's not only there for 2023. The option will be there today, tomorrow, and forever. That now aim na TRG and a chassis now the aim for every single NGC. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bashir Vandi. Beautiful statements they make now. And I believe say the people that they watch, then they get the message and they see now say NGC not to any fake institution where then be the filter they say then they no more way election come then rise up then 2-3 people and go sell out and give them position. No, I think say they don't know enough, they don't get enough evidence now for sure say the NGC come for struggle, not only for struggle, but for make sure say they struggle for save the people. Now I come to Musa. Musa, as somebody who don't dey close to the secretariat today, you don't write for you don't publish, and I don't write, do newspaper and all that thing. Are they papa nothing happen? Musa, you okay there?
Okay, I see.
Okay, are they papa? You know, say another idea. Okay, let's ask you the question. How una able for pull this through? How the party where plenty people be don't write off, plenty people don't talk all kind talk, and we don't see the things away don't they happen, the back and forth going to PPIC and all that and the, how una able for I don't know if I to Bashuba na you get fireworks.
Yeah, the fireworks.
Okay, let
Let
me
me the crack. Let me the crack. About it come again, please.
all right. My question is how una able as you don't get close to the executive, the secretariat, Freetown,
Yes.
we've been the take care of the party, and we don't see the NGC don't go through lower level elections, and even though things were difficult, they don't do regional elections, and they don't done the convention. How una able to pull that through? What in a who's kind magic we una do for able to get this thing done with? Because we see say we get other political party then we then get them kuskas and this and that. We say you know go pull and power. We say they get 2-3 back and forth because it's politics. But how una able to get a successful convention? What in the thing that we una put in place? Because some people go on for no say. How NGC we in a small and say call we small party, you know, how they able to go through all this and get a successful convention. Over to you.
All right. Thank you once more again. Of course, the NGC party, I can rightly say, now the second political party in a salon way don't successfully go through all the ward elections, regional, district, constituency, and we don't complete with national delegates conference. We mean say we don't elect all we national officers then. We not do that by magic, but it happened through the fact that NGC is a democratic political party. NGC is a party we ready for accommodate everybody, despite we not care whether it be, we don't know which region it come out, we don't know which district, we don't know your religion, tribe, color. As long as you are progressive, as long as you want the better for Salon, NGC accommodates everybody. And how we able to do them? How we able to make way through all the lower level elections them? Take council with convention. Now, because of the fact that we get a focused leadership, the NGC party blessed with a leadership we know how to navigate a way through and get things done. Now that's the NGC as a party blessed with. If we not be get a leadership with patience, if we not be get a leadership with proactive, if we not be get a leadership we get a set goals and how to achieve them, we not for we dey talk get the kind of conversations they are so today. Now because of we get a leadership with patience, we get a leadership we accommodating every dissenting views, everything thrown at them, they will make their way through and we will succeed today. Say we are the second after the ruling party, we are the second political party in Salon for proud say we don't go through a lower level election, and we proud say we get over 10,000 registered members there. I don't believe say beside APC or SLPP, any other party they boast of that. Even APC, in terms of the membership database, I can say that say they're not going to present a membership database of even 500 members them in their database. Trust me. But we now registered members them we are talking about here. All of them are card carrying members them. That's how the leadership they're able to make their way through. They're able for, like I say, the NGC is a democratic political party. We encourage dissenting views. Of course, the lower level elections, we see so many petitions back and forth, and all of that. But we get a leadership where know how to do things. I'm talking of the chairman and leader, Dr. Dennis Bright, the Noble Secretary General Amadou Sharif, regional chairman Atopias, and of course other national officers there. And with the intermittent interference of with parliamentary leader, the Honorable Dr. Kane Mkela, the NGC as a party they will make their way through the lower level elections and up to convention with so many hurdles. That I must say, so many hurdles, like I rightly put it. But we not overcome them as a secretariat by magic. We overcome them through dialogue. We encourage dissenting views. People and they will be they disagree with so many things they will be they say, with so many things they will the party be they go through, so many decisions then they will the party be they take in terms of lower level, in terms of presenting issues out there as a political party or as a group of political parties. People in the day where they get issues them issue with some of those stuff. But as a party, we'll be able to hold with ground and sail through them. The lower level elections, especially when it reaches to constituency, not be really funny. It not be funny because now they start to get delegates because now then get for decide whether will be the chairman and leader and other positions them. So now they the first all be starts. From there will be get series of petitions after petitions. But NGC not believe in fet. NGC believe in dialogue. NGC believe in constructive opposition. When you get issue, count on a table, let we discuss. Now that's not the leadership we see, now the NGC secretariat. Now that not the leadership we experience. Experience say when you get issue, come with on board, let we discuss them. Now that way we able to solve so many of the issues them will make we able to get through with the convention. So yeah, and if we're able to translate that to national development, to national issues, when the government sees a opposition or interest group, they are against some certain government policies, call them at table. When I discuss, count like-minded individuals we get ideas about those issues. When I prefer solutions to them problem then they. Now that way the NGC able to survive. Without that, we'll not be able to make way through up to this point, DJ Emilio and others. Okay. Trust me. But because we get a leader in the person of Dr. Dennis Bright, we understand, we get the experience on how to deal with people. We know say if things they go wrong, instead no need for they on their grief part, in no need for be temper, no need for in no need for vex or what. So we all in on social media, we all see what don't go on. We all know the tantrums and so many stuffs, them negative stuffs the way you don't do against Dr. Dennis Bright and all of that. We all know how many days you don't take na CID, don't sleep na gone and all of that. But now that kind of patient leader, we got get the NGC party, we make the NGC don't survive up to this moment. So yeah, we will make a way through from lower level elections up to national delegates conference. We get so many issues them that we not go we not go ignore. We must say them. We get issues just like any other party, but we able to practice and deliver democratic process. Now the NGC party, we able to experience democratic process. Nobody no will say I stand for this position. Then tell me say no, I not for stand. No, not disenfranchise nobody. Anybody when a delegate will make sure the secretariat make sure say a vote throughout the election from constituency take come up. As long as you know delegates, everybody experience democratic rights na the NGC, and we hope say that could be translated to national development.
All right, thank you very much, Musa, for that. For tell we how una able for pull through as you been there closer to the secretariat. Now the come to Mr. Bashir Vandi. How una the diaspora, including UK and I, continental Europe, North America, general, how you feel say una able for pull this through for support this party and for get this entire process go through as we all see a successful convention? What thing make you feel say the diaspora actually team up and make sure say the party get a very peaceful process and a successful process? Over to you, Mr. Shuvandi. On mute.
You hearing me?
Go ahead.
You hearing me?
Yes, sir. Go ahead. We hear you.
Okay. What thing I want to where the diaspora just live up to image. And then I say NGC in a diaspora party. We were there for the party financially. They make requests for we delivered. Most of members from the diaspora, they part of the planning committee. The support and sponsorship when they come off from abroad for the support groups them at the diaspora come out. Then support groups that want to see the Baturi party left hand and center were supported and sponsored by us from the diaspora. Now we manage them, coordinate everything. So we say just like we brothers and sisters them in the sacrifice day and night. Now so we said we do abroad. So in other words, there is and has always been and there will always be the strong, unbendable connection between NGC diaspora and NGC Sierra Leone, because we believe in the philosophy, say, country first. Whether it is abroad, whether it is alone, the survival of the NGC is very important because Naina the future of Sierra Leone. Naina could give best. But the other two I want to emphasize, really, and I'm not being biased here, NGC UKI, we're not a very, I know they say we're small, but compared to we brothers and sisters in America, we're smaller in size. But then they agree say we always punch way above weight. We have to match them. We have to match them. So I commend with brothers in America, of course, but I also highly commend the very strong commitment way NGC UK has shown, even with a small number, with always.
Mr. Bashu, you mic not connect. You mic not connect. Mr. Bashu, you mic not connect.
Mr. Vandy will not get you.
Mr. Vandy, your mic not connect. All right, really get Mr. Bashu a mic. Mr. Bashu, your mic. Unmute.
The mic, unmute.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, when they get me all this why?
No, not me. They get you. You be lost.
All right, so they get you.
Go ahead.
Okay, well I'll go over. When they commend the NGC UK, I want to get that side.
No, that's yes. You cut off. Go ahead.
Okay, what are they trying to say? Now this convention, we prove say the connection between the NGC diaspora and NGC Salon. Now a connection, now a bond, we know the break. And we did for make sure the NGC survive forever. And we show through the support, both financially, socially, and technically, the support we provide for support groups then on the ground, for support the party itself through logistics, finance, and so forth. So the role where the NGC and UKI and America play in continental Europe, it was immense, it was commendable, and we just it will continue. Now, an important aspect of this convention where I want to bring to an attention, we brought Musa from Salon Force. They don't give the figures of how fast we membership don't become very solid. How we don't actually, what we not been doing in 2018, how don't manage to spread out of the country and get a stronger base from the grassroots level come up. So I know they go talk about that. What they can't talk about now? Now, what in this convention show about NGC itself? You see, we're not a party, we believe in we get an ideology. We're not just anymore what they call it a political party. A political party will not get an ideology, it's not like human being, we not get brain. Mm-hmm. And that's so when human being in brain mix up, it like you to get some up in gold, it's useless. When I saw political party day. When a political party not get an ideology, we're constructive, we're connected to the solutions of the nation, that political party is irrelevant, is meaningless, is useless. It has no use. He don't know about the name, say they get members, where election card, then fet, then win, then go to power, go, and reach themselves. But the nation not a change. That so now in NGC now we're different. We get an ideology, we're connected to the problems of the country they face. Now that I want to come to about very quickly, very importantly, the audience have listened. If we now look at the convention, we NGC when they used to talk about Kontrifos philosophy ideology. What does that mean? We demonstrate at the convention. It means in a salon they put force. What in a salon force? It means if we be patriotic. So patriotism is number one part of our ideology. We are people that will believe say, for let you change salon, you must be patriotic. What does that mean?
Yep.
It means the constitution, when they in the protect with sovereignty, with independence and respect. If you not respect them, you are not patriotic. Now, we NGC believe in patriotism. Now, that's the first aspect of ideology. And if you believe in patriotism, you go be a centrist. Now, KKY say, I am a centrist. Now, in speaker again, what does that mean? It said me, KKY, and NGC are then at the middle of politics in Sierra Leone. Me not to SLPP, me not to SLPP mentality at the support. Me not to APC mentality at the support. At the support a mentality way good for Sierra Leone.
Yes.
Now that centrist mean. And how we demonstrate that? How we don't demonstrate that? If we look example, when there were brothers and sisters in Namakeni, they tell them police them go kill and protest in Namakeni.
Yeah.
When I see with leader, he put on the shirt of Makeni Lives Matter. He joined the opposition for condemn police brutality. Why? Because it is wrong in principle. When the government need support during the COVID crisis for get that emergency powers for do what they're able to do, we support them because we are not obstructive. So you see, when it is necessary for support the government in order for put the country first, we support the government.
Yeah.
When it is necessary to stand with the opposition, when things go wrong, we stand with the opposition. Country first means patriotism. That make patriotism our first ideology. The second one, inclusivity. What does that mean? We not discriminate against anybody. We are inclusive. Now, what does that mean? It means we're not a tribalist. If you're not Sierra Leonean, you rights and responsibilities, we respect them. We include you in developing Sierra Leone. Why? How they do that? We're not tribalist. When I look at the election, when I see Mende, Timini, Kono, they dance for Dr. Brian, na Creole man. When I see Mende, woman, they dance. When I see woman, they circulate the thing. It dance for Atopias. It dance for Dr. Bright. Na Creoles, Mendes, Konos, Timini, dancing. We not believe in tribalism. So inclusivity, when I see it on display. The third aspect of mentality is independence. Independence. We don't tire for see how, not to win no more African, but Sierra Leone. We life depend on donors. Chinese money, with no money, they all grab say when they don't respect you. How they go respect you? Well, they do nothing past them give money. We believe in independence. Sovereignty. How will they demonstrate that? Before we talk about national independence, we talk about NGC independence first. Because if NGC independent, they will be able to talk about independence in Sierra Leone. Now I make we not centrist. Now I make we think in we own way. We not support or oppose based on nepotism. We support and oppose was waiting we feel say right. Independence, now part of the aspect of the ideology. The other aspect of the ideology we want to see on display, now the convention, now democracy. You see, people that misunderstand democracy. Democracy, not just about right. Democracy is about responsibilities. You have a right, you get your constitutional rights, but you also get to be responsible. You get responsibilities and rights. What you want to see on display? We make sure say the elections were transparent for let everybody see. We are there on open display, but also we stood firm for ensure say the party in image and integrity was not compromised. You see, rights and responsibilities in display. The other aspect of we ideology, now innovation. What do you mean by that? When the where KKY in the talk, He talked about poverty in the country. He said that one of the major problems in the world face, poverty, corruption, ignorance, tribalism, and so forth. But poverty, he talked about poverty. He said, why, with all these resources we get, we are one of the poorest nations on earth. Artificial poverty, not natural. Now we create them. So, what is the way out of this? We need for focus on creative wealth. In other words, we need to get away from this idea for depend only for diamond and gold and donor funds in the public sector. We need for also concentrate on creativity, innovation. Now, part of we ideology for focus on innovating the economy in such a way that we're going to get more companies, more industries. Now, through that, they get work and employment at the country, not through where government they call you and give job because you vote for them. That idea, that mentality, now make poverty day. If we move away from that, we improve creativity, forget creative work, we will get jobs and employment. Innovation, now part of we mentality, ideology. The other aspect of we ideology, now enlightenment. We not believe in keeping people stupid and ignorant. We explain things so if we let understand. Now, three very important concepts in politics where would they try to explain to the people. One are politics. What are politics? Politics not to something they want to go get a dance for political party and wear colors. Politics is about solving the national problems. Change. What do you mean by change? Change not only for fact for go remove the government and put your own party. Change now for change the system where they make you suffer. Now that one enlightenment for freedom. Freedom not to only forget passport and travel, go and also do it. Freedom, that the ability for you to do things for yourself when you want to do them. Self-sufficiency. Then a freedom. Okay. Then finally, ladies and gentlemen, development. We want to develop Sierra Leone. Development. Chinese man, they can make stadium beautiful. They make road beautiful when they use them. But you don't know how it was made. You don't get no knowledge about it, but you just enjoy them. Consumerism, not a development. We believe in the kind of development where it actually use the ingenuity of the African himself. Development without African ingenuity is not development. So that's what we believe development will be. A resonance. You got to connect ideology to politics. Without that connection, politics is meaningless. So, ladies and gentlemen, there are 7 concepts we make up with Kontrifos ideology. Now they explain to you, and each of them, when I see them on display at the convention. So the convention, not only about showing, say, NGC is here to stay forever. It also there about showing, say, with ideology, they're not a day in action. And I make the one them way one for join we for little change salon with a welcome owner. We believe in progressive union. We believe in COP. But the kind of people that we want join, we want to understand, say, we're not in politics for talk. The talk. We're in politics for demonstrate and put what we believe in action, both in opposition and in government. Now, I'm not going to see when we're in opposition, we don't begin show and implement with policies. And when it comes to government, that will show say, if we do it now in opposition, we go for doing in government. So we don't want join with people where they talk, but they not believe in principles. That they talk one thing, but in action they're different. We want join up with people where they talk and act accordingly. Ladies and gentlemen, NGC convention was a success because we not only show that we are here to stay forever, we also show with ideology in action. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bashu Vandi, for them 7 points and day. At least let people know say the NGC and a political party put an institution within the bill for the young people that we mean business. We know they are for just can't talk because some man can they say, hey, now talk can they talk na boku talk. It can sometimes bother me with some money they tell somebody, NGC na boku talk then they pan. The boku talk and they give ideology they boku talk. The one the owner they vote for, they don't have that boku talk. Sabi. And one thing they go tell una, tribalism can vote to the border. Now come over to the way forward. The convention. We don't know. I don't know if Mark get anything for up on the convention, but anyway, can do with this question. Waiting the media, Salon Force media don't plan for going forward for support the newly elected people, them executive, them national executive, way for push this country go before. What you don't plan for? I don't get anything new for reach out to the young people, the heart. We don't plan for the newspaper and the NGC hour. What are the plans and we will get so that at least people who they listen to we go able for see say yes, interesting things they ahead, and then go get motivated for no say yes, this institution, an institution we can for up. Over to you, Musa.
Yes, thank you again, Million. Sally, this might be me last comment my phone battery about for dead.
Yes, you can just round up and you last just answer the question and make you last
Yes,
statement. Understand? Yeah, we know say
first
and
of all, before I go straight to the question, I want for continue for emphasize say with convention, we'll just conclude. Don't show say the NGC mean business. The NGC, like how people assume say go be kingmaker. We are not kingmakers. We never be kingmaker for nobody. We are king on our own already, and we don't prove that. Of course, the APC with they brag say they are the second biggest or they are the biggest political party, and they not even though they own world elections they hate. We don't go through all of that. So this don't show say we mean business for 2023 and we are well ready and prepared. Now to the question we ask. The Salon Force, most of the elected executive them, they are not strange to the Salon Force newspaper. Salon Force newspaper don't they work with all of them in the past, and we ready for continue for work with all of them. Any of them we get for step up, any of them we reach out to the Salon Force newspaper for help or whatever it is, we do for help. Of course, before I talk of the plans we don't put in place, make I emphasize and say this: the Salon Force newspaper don't. I mean, the hard copy publication we don't go down for a while due to financial constraint. If we get NGC members the way they follow we right now, way they listen, way they watch we live, we still call on our aid for try for make sure say we bring the newspaper back online, alive, and what I mean alive. We already get social media presence, like how DJ Million said earlier, we get a blog spot, we get a Facebook page. Of course, we're all over WhatsApp forums and all of that, but we need for be present na the field, na the ground, na people in doorstep, na people in offices them. Let them go they read we stories them in hard copies. That's why they be formed the Salon Force newspaper, not so for all the social media presence. So let we do everything we can for make sure say we sustain the newspaper, please. At the appeal on behalf of the entire staff of the newspaper. Like I said earlier, we don't operate, we don't work with almost everybody where they all get the elect from the chairman, say come down to everybody. And we don't reach out to other young people because I now for monopolize the Salon Force media. And for say I bring in other young men them we go they help me for the operate the Salon Force newspaper or the Salon Force media in terms of coverage and all of that. So I don't plans for make sure say I recruit other staff them where they handle the aspects of coverage, where they ensure say we get quality and vast coverage on the activities then going forward from January to June. By God in power, God will make we all succeed to the fight for. And of course, there are plans for series of interviews of we elected officials them where they already win and they don't start for series of interviews will come out very soon on the plans for the election, waiting therefore be the strategy. Of course, not everything we'll see in the media, but most of the things then we feel say need for the out there and the media we therefore bring a come to people and public let them know say yes, these are the plans for NGC and NGC really mean business. So Salon Force Media, we open up to everybody. We ready for work with the media like how we don't get the TRG, the NGMT, the Kontrifos. We don't be one of we strong partners them. DJ Million, thank you so very much. Let me use this opportunity for thank you for all the support we don't provide to the Salon Force newspaper, the Salon Force media over the years. From way and former, you've been a great source to the Salon Force. We appreciate you so much. And we look forward for more working relationship. Of course, Mr. Vandy, from the NGMT days, TRG now, we don't work with the Salon Force media. Thank you so very much for that. The Salon Force staff appreciates all our efforts on what they do. And like I say, there are plans from January for begin unravel so many interviews of elected national officers them for make them tell you them plans for the 2023 election, how we get forgot about for campaign, waiting get for be the strategic message, waiting get for be the key message. Of course, Mr. Van did already outline the pillars of the NGC, 7 of them, very strong, very critical, very important. But we need for find way how we put all the pillars into one message where go resonate to everybody down there, where everybody go accept. So we as a media institution now we responsibility for make sure say we reach out to the leadership, people and we concerned with regards to the election. Let we send one message, if possible, one word where we send out there, where everybody will accept. So I will close with Andy. Thank you very much, DJ Million. Thank you very much to Kontrifos. Thank you to all the viewers, the listener, we don't follow Salon Force Media for this well now. We tell
What
now
are you
plenty
two,
things.
what's your 2-3 line for the young one them before you go?
Say again.
What's now your last word for the young one them like you before you go? Just 2-3 lines.
Yes. Sorry. Yes. My last word to my company young man then. This country then now we are. The country then now we are. Now we responsibility for make them better or make them worse, as it is now already. Of course, we big one they don't spoil the country for we, but we get an opportunity now for change them. We get an opportunity for making right for me and you, for making right for we won't picking them when they come up tomorrow. The country then now we are, and they emphasize on that day. Why make I emphasize on that? Because we constitute of over 75% of the population. If we all young men they come together, we all young men and young women they come together, say we need for liberate we country from the shackle of poverty, corruption, nepotism, where they will be when they are so don't bury we parents them in. Don't make we parents they don't accept say na this power how they want for we na so for we. Trust me, we can do that. We can able to redeem with people from that. We can able to redeem with country for that. So me they call on every young man out there where they watch me today, where they listen me today. Let we liberate we country. Let we save we country from Musa in this right now. And the only way we'll be able to do that, now we will come join the boat of progressive, one at the NGC party. The progressive minds of the NGC party, trust me, we can join them, you'll be able to liberate this country where we also love so dearly. And no need for go out there, and no need for travel go Guinea or Ghana or America or make her become better. I can dare so and make her up. I can dare so and do better things for myself and my family as young man. But then the only possible when you get the right leadership at the helm of affairs. And the only also will get the right leadership not through the NGC party in the person of Dr. Kande Koleum Kela. So please, young men and women out there, join the boat of progressive when at the NGC party.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kamara, for January. You left we now. Thank you very much, and continue for doing the good work. Now, for round up, I come to Mr. Bashu Vandi. Mr. Bashu Vandi, waiting na the TRG, then plan with other media houses and inside the NGC for make sure say we take the message to every veranda, every backyard, every domot, every corner in Sierra Leone. Waiting at the strategy, I get any plan for come together for make sure say yes. Now almost 6 months to election. I will say 6 months to election. Waiting at the plans we una don't put in place for send the message, the progressive message to the people out there. To them when they win, it look like say they no one for take the message. It look like say they are satisfied. Stockholm syndrome. They are satisfied waiting. And what are the strategy I want to get in place for work together for push this message? Say for less alone go better. Every young person, every old person get for ready for take the risk and vote different this time. Over to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Million. Now, a very important question we ask. What you are going to answer at this? You know, for let you do anything in life, for let you achieve anything, you need to empower yourself first. Okay? If you not empower yourself, you're not going to do nothing. You go get the best ideas, the best dreams, the best wishes, but they all will come to nothing if you not put yourself in a position we will enable you for achieve. Okay? So now that principle in life now they apply to TRG, applicable to any kind of organization with the form. The first thing what would they do now, the mentality would they put to all the agents of the country and around the world, say TRG not to a separate organization, is subordinate to the party. That's now the number one mentality. For say TRG a support group. A day for support NGC. Now, number one. Secondly, what you plan for do? We plan for actually be ready by by April, with all man in place for begin the actual campaign for the election. Okay, so logistics, and all kind of things from January to March, April will be ready. What you would plan for do? Now for plan for take the message to every district. Now we could get agents, a management team at every district, and that management team then get connections and representatives. Now the chiefdoms of every district. And what you make would do district by district. The people that would take now people that will come on from the district, and therefore they're able to speak the language of the district. And therefore, when they talk to the people now in the language of the people of the district. So they develop the message from the global level, translate them to different languages. So all the district agents, for example, in Kono district, now in Kono, they're going to talk to the people of Kono. At the same for Kailang, the same for all the districts. So, but in doing that, we work with the party at every district level for disseminate the message. We prepare, all kinds of materials, flags, pictures, banners, all kind of stuff. So we therefore see a concerted effort across the country of TRG agents and members working with other groups and the party for create that atmosphere. You see, in TRG, we believe in creating the excitement, okay? Being there, exciting the youth, especially. Because excitement, the youth, they actually, none of the catalysts for let them join a political party. If dullness, the place boring, then they come. Okay, so now that we try to create. The other two they plan to do, now the agents themselves. There are lots of young people in Sierra Leone where we don't they recruit new people. Where we don't can the same as Avenue, we don't can join NGC, but we not being get any kind of connection and we not them they talk to we. So Mr. B, we don't fall off, bring them in. Okay. And now we agents them, we motivate them, support them financially, provide motivational support, inspiration. So when you say go work for NGC, it grab you run and go work. So they actually prepare not only for reports the news them of a campaign, but for also spread that message. Say NGC na in the solution of Sierra Leone. The most important thing what they do in the new year by God in power, as we go at some point in the year before the election, we create a kind of news channel, or they call RTV when they say the cam, Rainbow Television. We go be a partner of Kontrifos Television. So at least let we save, just like with other parties, them APC, SFP. When I know say then the APC get over 12, 13, platforms. Then SFP get winner Kontrifos will get. So Rainbow Television with an RTV, you therefore can join Kontrifos for now give extra food to we send at the place. So we interviews. They come, we go see every Sunday. We go for the Rainbow News from they see they get news not only in Sierra Leone, from different regions of the world. So what would they do? Would they take NGC not only to Sierra Leoneans in the country, but to Sierra Leoneans in other sensitive areas of the country where they suffer, where they get support, then they get this and that. So one take NGC to them. For example, we get representatives across North Africa. Egypt, Morocco, Algeria, that's how the old brother they suffer, they go down our tap. So we want to take NGC to them, work with them, see how we will support them. Now Lebanon, for example, now the Middle East, we get an agent the way they represent the Middle East. Also when they see pictures of Sierra Leoneans, the way they suffer, how they maltreat them. Nobody they stand up for them. NGC go stand up for them through the TRG. Now we get agents in there. In Russia, we get a foothold day. When they see some of them, people that misplaced. But by God, at the end of the war, would they get a team day? So now the news, when I go to see agents in the report from all these regions of Sierra Leone, from the North Africa, East Africa, even West Africa, North, Middle East. So the news go to cover. So now not only get message from Sierra Leoneans in Sierra Leone, when they get messages from Sierra Leoneans, their living conditions, how do they live, and how NGC they support them and help them throughout the world. So we get a plan. Just like where we chairman say, we have a plan. We have a plan for take NGC to Sierra Leoneans all over the world. We got a plan for support the party, for encourage those progressives from across the political spectrum. If you're not APC, you believe in progressive politics for true, can join me. We the provider supporting for the party. If you're not SLPP, we believe say this country in need for take a progressive direction for let's see true change. We the provide a platform, help the party for encourage you for can join NGC'S or form a progressive coalition for finding a solution. So the TRG, it therefore be an organization where they help for provide social support, economic support, and political support. So not only media, would also focus on those areas as well. Now, I make we call yourself a support group and a pressure group. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Shivandu. Before you go, we don't do election, and say election not easy. You know, some people and they way, you know, some man way they lost some man can take it easy because now so some people and they way get game spirit, some people don't get game spirit. So what are you message to them one way loss and then one way win for sake of the NGC? Over to you.
Thank you very much. Let me description of NGC ideology. When I talk about one of them, I talk about democracy. Okay, you see, people that they misunderstand. Democracy is not just about you right. Democracy is also about your responsibility. Okay, so in NGC, we're democratic, but we defend also the integrity of the party. So we don't hold the election. The election people voted openly, transparently. And what are glad about that election? The two major camps or groups that will get now NGC, Mr. Kulu camp and Dr. Brighton camp. We finally say Mr. Kulu camp, most of the preferred candidates, a lot of them win from lower level come up. A lot of them win. That's a fact. A lot of them win from lower level come up. Dr. Bright in camp, the preferred candidates, they said they win. So in other words, you lose some, you win some. So now that election not over, if you really believe in the NGC, come join hands. Let we look at the bigger picture. And the bigger picture here is the sustenance of NGC and above all, the freedom of Sierra Leone from the prison of poverty, corruption, ignorance, violence, and tribalism. So that's not the message. The message is, are you ready to put Sierra Leone above your personal interest? Are you ready to transform politics into a connection to Sierra Leone problem resolutions? So my message to the one them we lost is nobody not lost now election. We all win. Why? Because the outcome of the election, it means the NGC is now sustainable. If NGC not there, you'll have nothing to fight for. But that outcome of this election, it don't make sure say the NGC is here to stay and here to stay permanently. So we don't achieve that very important goal. Now, the job is that we come, unite, put hands together, work together, and work for the progress for the party and by extension, the progress of Sierra Leone. This is not time for go backwards, for go back and pick old fight. We don't go beyond that. The independent observers that we've been doing at that convention, one of them don't come out. They don't endorse the process and the election itself. So we, the talk say, we process was democratic, was fair, was transparent. That's how we talk. Now, whatever anybody wants to say in response to that, what do they say? Would they rely on the verdict of the independent observers? Then they come out and we shall say, when they give a verdict, the party itself and the process will be exonerated. Not listen to what they say, or listen to what Mr. Kulu and come they say, or listen to what Dr. Bright and come they say. Would they urge you now for listening to the independent observers? And the verdict, it don't begin to come out. The talk say, the election, the process was, at the end of it all, satisfactory. So with that message, it is time for we end division, time for end blabber, time for come together and unite and push forward this great message. What the talk say? You touch one, you touch all. We will suffer. Now we boku. NGC today, tomorrow, forever. Thank you.
Okay. Well, Fambulam, thank you to we soldier them. We did at the NGC media houses them. We get Mr. Bashu Vandi way. Na Angels talk so we na the coordinator CEO for the Rainbow Group, and the same concept, the same ideology, same worker with the worker, and we get Mr. Musa Kamara way na him na the champion the Salon Force. The Salon Force and they do in newspaper and they take care of the NGC how we get, and the NGMT way na me moderate. Me say me na the partner na part of the NGMT, the NGC Global Media Team. We all don't come together and we don't look into why NGC, and also we don't look through the road where we don't work on. That road where we all glad they say we don't work on. When people say NGC no day, strategically the NGC be the work. And today we all proud for say yes, NGC today we get more young people that we don't take position, executive position them. We now hope to we for sure say yes. That hope, transformation and opportunity we get them. We don't deal with the hope. Young people don't come forward and don't all position them. Man, in fact, woman and bokumo don't take position them. We then want for make sure say this party, like how the APC and SLPP today been born. Then self say, this one the all are now. Let we self update. You know, first time they use them first time telephone they now you see they work out your phone. So you know, people and they invent. So then young one and say, so they invent this with the all these ones we own and build them for we future, we picking them future tomorrow. Then don't already the all antigi. And some of we all this time we done the day, sit down, they talk for NGC. We glad to say yield fruit that picking and they young one and the way they take the message. Now I make we know the sit down now they customer make us, they misinform people. We they say things as it is because then how they do so, it is save, it is store. The young one and they see them and they listen, we message them. Then they know who that's them wants their life for better. Then they know who that then they fight for their own interest. Then they know that they promote the young people, they know that they promote better people. So we pleased and happy that we able for the pass the message with the young one them don't they buy and with the see look at that hall. The young people in the dance they from imagine salon they would see who say things difficult. People in a convention from let's say Friday 7 o'clock morning, you know the place. Then they determine say this convention they don't have ma. Say the next day, 7 o'clock morning, people in day. 24 hours then day. That they show you say there is hope. So me family, you where they watch we be near the diaspora, we think say nothing not been there happen. Well, the NGC don't prove until you strategically they may they work. So we they ask you for come on board again, show you support. Let we give a try to change Sierra Leone. We don't see the division. We don't see the audio there, the message they're waiting on WhatsApp. We they see how educated people and don't forget I'm educated. Then they do things the way wrong. We don't see man of God, them pastors, imam, they involved in sharing things, them vulgar messages, them. You don't know say salon they at the cliff. Danger. So for help save that danger, we were the middle. We were at the centrist party. We need for come together. Some people need for come together for let the country support the NGC, give option to NGC. Some people can say, hey, yes, America, not Democrats and Republicans. But the fact here is, if the Democrats and the Republicans not be to do the right thing, I'm telling you, the caliber of people are waiting at this country, in this part of the world, therefore vote the third party, therefore find another option. So now we help people to understand that. Now we not tie them up because some man say, hey, now my mama born me, I'm papa born me. Now my people that left me. But if wrong people don't take over that institution, will you continue to support the wrong people? And at the end of the day, we continue to go no side. So this is an opportunity for all we come. Now join the NGC, una with the salon, una go na party office, una register, be part of the process. Go out proud and say, me na NGC, I'm being part of this process will change Sierra Leone. And the NGC, the door always open. For you, the free tongue, 14 in Banner Street, not the office day. Go register. It don't cost much. Now 17,000 loans for the whole year. The 5,000 loans now all money. Now they talk about 5,000 loans all money. Now you they get for your registration. That 12,000 you they pay for the whole year. 2,000 loans all money. Now they pay for the whole year. Imagine 17,000 loans for become a member, for be part of history, for be part of an institution. Wouldn't go recognize you say, this person a member. So go out there and do registration. Then other region they will go bring the information and USA are able for register. So me will cover this program. Me na DJ Million. The tell una plenty thank you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. We go give una, of course, WatchNet service. We go bring with newly elected PRU. We go come and we also go bring Mr. Arun Zubaru where they run for mayor. Where he say for Tinap na the shoe for help give back to his city and transform freedom. So Fambulem, we go bring more women. And I want to tell you something. The woman themselves don't already say then second for take on this show for make themselves they can appeal to Kumbra them because when thing they happen at that country, now Kumbra and they feel them the more. Now woman and they suffer the more. Kumbra and they suffer in that country. So my family are ready for better thing. 2023, the NGC is determined. They've been working. They are determined for unite this country. They are determined for going to strategic alliance for save this country. But we cannot go into strategic alliance if we not Tkanga. So we NGC don't show say them Tkanga and then continue for be more strong. So my brothers and sisters, me na DJ Million, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Even tell me if you want to listen to music, join me later. I get for better music for what we did inside the WatchNet Fever. I tell you plenty thank you. Have a wonderful Saturday. God bless you now. We were there at the cold. Now we enjoy the cold. We get snowstorm now do. But anyways, na so ya so day. So una we de fit on, una enjoy your matan, and una we travel go fit on, una enjoy safu. So that una will come back home safu for coming to my family and come to get back. Thank you. Get a wonderful afternoon. Una bye bye. On behalf of who will be sitting here, one for say thank you. And una bye bye.
Okay.